All right, what's going on, everybody? Sorry I was a little bit late, but I'm here. So I have some footage from College Game Day, and tonight I'll be getting some of the game, and I'll be putting a video up on that. I see we got Sorgy Stories in the chat saying, "What's up? How's it going, man? Good to see you in here." I'm going to drop the link if you want to join. Haven't been able to talk to you today, so I don't know if you're able to or not, but I'm going to put the link in there. So yeah, if you wanna join in and come talk some football, go ahead. Oh my gosh, they're doing this cut in thing for Aaron Judge, and so I can't see the Ole Miss Kentucky game at all. Because they're showing him chasing 62. I don't think anybody watching college football really cares that's watching this Kentucky Ole Miss game. I don't think any of them care about this. I don't know. They should just do something for it in the ESPN app instead of doing this. And the at bat takes like 2 minutes. Annoying because I don't really care to watch. See Sorgy Stories join in. How's it going, man?
I'm all right. I'm just turning on my TV. I'm not going to be able to watch this game, but I'm going to see what I can watch.
That's all right. Yeah, maybe you can keep us updated on Michigan, Iowa, or one of the other games.
Yeah, let's see.
I know TCU's stomping Oklahoma right now, 41-17 at halftime.
Oh, man.
Just absolutely destroying them. Yeah, it's not – it isn't looking good. Not looking good for Oklahoma.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying. Something's up with my TV. Let me fix this.
No problem.
All right, there.
Finally, they put Ole Miss, Kentucky back on the screen. So they still have Aaron Judge on the right. It's kind of split screen with the baseball audio. Kind of
As
annoying.
they should.
Kind of annoying because I don't really care. I don't really care. Like, if he hits it, great, I'll go back and watch it. But I would much rather watch Kentucky Ole Miss full screen and just watch the game than have them cut in for Judge.
I mean, as a huge baseball fan, I don't mind it. I think, if I was watching, I would want to know what's going on. But you don't even have to do that. Just literally, the game's on ESPN Plus.
If he hits it, then show him hitting it. Show the highlight of him hitting it. I don't mind that. But don't sit here for the whole at bat, because now it's not that big of a deal for this game because I don't care about either two teams. But gosh, it was really stressful whenever he would come on and they would take up the screen during Clemson Wake Forest last week whenever he was chasing 61, and they walked him. So
yeah,
off the screen
if the game's on ESPN Plus, then just put on the bottom ticker on the bottom of the screen.
Whenever he comes up to bat, yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Judge up to bat. Watch on ESPN Plus through the ESPN app. Yeah. And then watch on ESPN app, or because you have it on today? I think it's on Yes, MASN, MLB TV, and ESPN Plus. I know earlier they were in a rain delay. I think the Phillies are still in a rain delay.
I think they're back on with the Nationals.
Okay. And I am
back on.
Just getting something in from ESPN. Dylan Gabriel has to leave the game after taking a shot to the head.
Yeah, Oklahoma's done.
So that's not good.
Iowa's also done. Michigan has scored 20 points. Iowa's done.
Yeah, is Notre Dame on?
They have a bye week this week.
Okay.
They play BYU next week.
Is something on CBS?
I don't think there's a game on CBS yet.
I'm gonna go check through.
Oh, Navy Air Force. That'll be a fun one.
I'm gonna go see what I can get here through the.
I don't know the score, but Kentucky going for it on 4th and 1 from the Ole Miss 30, and they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. Kentucky came out in this game at the beginning. They really looked overwhelmed, but they've looked to have settled in here. They got a pick right before the half. The offense driving down the field now.
Yeah, they've got Air Force Navy on.
Yeah.
10-3 Air Force, third quarter.
Okay, so yeah, that seems like it's a pretty good one. Ole Miss 19, Kentucky 12 here in this one. Kentucky with the ball at the Ole Miss 25. Confusion there on that one, and Levis going to run it and still gets 3 yards. The offensive line didn't really know what they were doing. Nobody really knew what they were doing on that one. But
I will say I need your Nationals to come through for my Brewers and
for the Brewers. I believe Philadelphia has a half-game lead on them, right?
Yeah, and the good thing is that these double headers and delays are really messing the Phillies up. I would think. And that's going to give
Milwaukee clinched.
No,
a playoff berth yesterday. I thought I saw that.
No, so the Padres are 1.5 games ahead of the Phillies as they've lost 3 straight. The Phillies are sitting right there, and then the Brewers are half game out. The Mariners clinched last night. The Rays clinched last night, but the Brewers are out looking in.
Yeah. Okay. So there's been talk that Will Levis could go as the number 1 quarterback this year.
I mean, there are a lot of good quarterbacks in this class,
which I could see because Bryce Young is very small. I mean, he's probably. Yeah. I mean, they have him listed at I think 185. As Kentucky is going to get a touchdown here on a nice pass on 3rd and 2, and they get in for the score and can tie the game up here with the extra point.
Bryce Young, 6 feet, 194. Yeah,
he's not 6 foot, and he's not 194 pounds.
That's what ESPN has him listed as.
Yeah, that's what Alabama listed him as, but that's not what he weighs, and that's not how tall he is. Because like D'Eriq King was listed as like 6 foot when Clemson played Miami at home, and Amari Rogers said in an interview after the game that D'Eriq King was not 6 foot because Amari Rogers was listed at like 5'10", and he said he was taller than D'Eriq King.
Yeah, so I'm looking here, college football scores. Let me get just FBS up. And hopefully this will load. There. Maybe it'll work now. Okay, there. Illinois is beating my Badgers right now, 24-10.
Yeah.
It's not looking good. I think this could be Paul Chryst last year in Madison.
Yeah, I could definitely see it.
And then Michigan up on Iowa. We're watching this Kentucky Ole Miss game. TCU up 41-17 at the half. Purdue beating Minnesota. Kansas State beating Texas Tech. Georgia State and Army in a close one. Louisville barely holding on against Boston College. They're coming out of halftime. Utah, Oregon State started. That's 6-0 Utah, and that's kind of it right now.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of big games on at this slot, but the 3:30 has a bunch of good ones. But
it does.
Texas Tech, Kansas State tied at 13. That's a little bit surprising.
I think that in Madison, when just watching the way I think this is going to play out, Jim Leonard, the defensive coordinator, is the next head coach of the Badgers. The athletic director knows that. And
I think everybody knows that.
What?
Yeah, I said everybody pretty much knows that.
I think it's pretty obvious at this point.
Once he turned down the Packers job to be defensive coordinator over the offseason, that kind of – was it this offseason or last offseason?
Last offseason.
Last offseason, yeah. That kind of just proved right there that he knows he's next in line for head coach.
And I think that's for sure going to be interesting to see how it plays out with the offensive coordinator, because if Wisconsin can recruit quarterbacks they're going to be an insane program.
Well, recruit quarterbacks that actually pan out because Graham Mertz, was he a 5-star?
I think he was 4.5 or 5. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think he was either a 5-star or really close to a 5-star, and gosh, he's been so bad.
Yeah, he had a nice play today, but I mean, I feel like he only plays well when he's playing against Illinois. And today, hasn't done much. I watched a little bit. I watched like probably 10 minutes of the game. Now
we get Harry Butts in the comment section says UK winning this, no doubt. Yeah, I hope so. I hope Kentucky pulls it off.
Yeah, I do too. Tomorrow our Packers taking on New England. That'll be a good game.
Yeah, so what do you think about the receivers in that game?
Who do we have? Who don't we have?
I think everybody's a go this week except Christian Watson.
Oh, tough. But on the other side, Mac Jones is out. So that's the good thing. Having him out for the Patriots, I think will be because who's their quarterback now? Brian Hoyer.
Yeah, with Mac Jones being out, I think it was Brian Hoyer. So I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be a tough one.
Yeah, I think it'll be like probably 24-6 Packers win, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I think we're streaming that.
Okay, I'll definitely try and tune in. That's 425, right?
Yeah, it got moved from the 12 to the 420, or not the 12, the 1 to the 425 slot.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good game. I know that Doug Peterson returns to Philly tomorrow, so that'll be fun. I'll be watching that. But a lot happening in sports right now.
Oh yeah. And you have the biggest sports. You have the biggest event in sports this weekend, in all of sports in the country, with Mets Braves going back and forth.
Yeah,
that's because it's tied up now. So they get this 3-game series, and then the last week of the season, they're going to play. Let's see. The Mets play the Nationals and the Braves play the Marlins. So, I mean, a sweep here for either well, the Mets can't sweep because they lost last night. But if the Braves sweep, they're looking at just needing to win one against the Marlins.
Yeah.
Harry Butt says, who do you like between Auburn and LSU? It's at Auburn, but I mean, Auburn is just so bad, and LSU seems to be getting things going a little bit. So I think I would take LSU in that game. What do you think about that one?
I'll take LSU. I'm looking at what the line is on that game. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know what the line is. I think it might be LSU 7.5.
If it is, then I'd take LSU.
I think that's the line I remember from game day, but I'm not sure. I'm not really sure.
So what was game day like?
It was great. It was a good atmosphere. Good atmosphere. It was very entertaining. They had a cool little story, just kind of about the Brzee family and stuff, with Brian Brzee's younger sister dying of cancer. She kind of told her whole story. She was cleared. She had 2 scans in March that was cleared, no cancer, and then a couple. Like 2 months later, it was back. They found 2 more tumors, and she wasn't able to overcome that, unfortunately. But Brzee's back, and his family's down here. They've been supporting him. They were at the Wake Forest game, so they had a cool little story on him. Christian Wilkins was the guest picker, so obviously that was a show. And then Dabo was there. He was live on set. I was a little bummed though. Corso wasn't able to make it. He was a little under the weather.
Oh man,
A little under the weather for that one. Wasn't able to make it and be there. Harry Butt says best sign you saw at game day. Man, there were a bunch of good ones. There was a bunch of good ones. I know mine. If you guys saw mine, you could see it. It was neon green, and it was right between. It was you could really see it whenever they showed McAfee and Herb Street, and it said Dave. It said Dave Doran loves wet balls because that's all he talked about this week and all of his media days was how NC State was practicing with wet balls. So I put that one on there. But
here I'm gonna look on ESPN's best signs.
Yeah, probably the best one I saw. My buddy's was really good too. His said, "Hey Wolfpack, it could be worse. You could be Tua's doctor." That one, I thought that was pretty good. They actually took a picture of that one, so it might be on the best signs. But
yeah, there's an ESPN.com story on the best ones.
I'm trying. There was a couple of them about Deshaun Watson. They were pretty good. There was one that was funny. It said, "Hey Kurt, my dad's single." I thought that was pretty good. I'm trying to think.
I'm loading. They had Twitter things from some of the best signs, so I'm looking on the Twitter now at all their posts.
Okay. Here it is right here. I found the ESPN article. Because I also couldn't see a lot of them because I wasn't in the back, but I wasn't in the pit area that was right up front. I was kind of on the side of that.
Okay.
I was kind of on the side with that.
I'm looking at a couple of them.
Yeah, this ESPN article is not loading the pictures for some reason. There's a Greenville Online one. So this says it has 51 photos. So once it loads, maybe they'll pop up. But there was a bunch of good ones. It was a great experience for sure. But like I said, I was a little bummed that I didn't get to see Corso and the headgear pick. But Pat McAfee was entertaining.
ESPN posted one and it said a man with good taste, and it said Dave Doran drinks pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah. Apparently there was some signs about Texas too there. I know a lot of people were doing the Wolfpack down that NC State does. There was one that said, "Not to worry, Gamecock fans. Women's basketball will be here soon."
Okay, that's actually really good.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. There was one that said, "Even Ian was scared of Death Valley," referencing Hurricane Ian because it was supposed to hit, but it's a little cloudy looking out my window right now.
Yeah, it's cloudy.
Looking back towards Clemson, there isn't really one. There was one that said the only pack that matters, and it was Lee Corso's face cropped onto a bodybuilder's body.
I see one. the Tua doctor, the doctor who the neurotrauma doctor who consulted and evaluated with Tua has been fired.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that came through.
There's a sign that says Aaron Judge cuts live to Clemson.
Did you see the SEC shorts video from last week?
No, I haven't watched those. I haven't watched those in a while.
At the end of it, the head of the meeting just says, "Hold on," and she rolls out a TV and says, "Aaron Judge is up." And
It said what now?
It was essentially a meeting of the top 10 like SEC teams. And all of a sudden, in the middle of the meeting, it's just the lady like in charge of it all pulls out a TV and says, "Aaron Judge is up." Like, we gotta watch it. And they're like, "We don't care about baseball." So that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm seeing this Navy Air Force game still 10-3, as always, between the academies. Very low scoring.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What else do you expect?
There was one, it was pretty basic, but it was real creative, like the design of the sign. It said, "This sign has as many national championships as NC State." Basic wording on the sign, but the way that they kind of the way they constructed it was good.
Yeah. Right now my room has as many trophies as the Vikings.
So Ole Miss got a field goal and kickoff with 2:19 to go in the third, and Kentucky getting a big return up past the 40, cuts it back to the 50. Oh, and tripped over his own foot. He was going to run that all the way back and tripped up over his own feet, but gets it up past midfield to about the 47.
Whenever we post our Philadelphia Art Museum video, there's a pretty funny clip where we go into this room and it's just display cases, except it's empty.
Yeah.
So we said it's the Vikings trophy room. That's your sneak peek into that video.
Gotcha. Yeah.
A lot of the NFC North has never won a Super Bowl. The Lions.
No.
And the Vikings.
Lions and Vikings haven't. The Bears only have one Super Bowl.
And you got to go way back for that.
Yeah. Back to 85.
Yup.
I kind of feel bad for Chicago Sports Network. None of his teams have really done anything.
Yeah, well, that's, the fault of ownership and that whole thing.
He said, "Did you guys see that one dude's belt buckle?" Yeah, McAfee's belt buckle was huge. He was making sure he showed
doesn't he always have a huge belt buckle, though?
Yeah. It says, I saw one that said Clemson smoking that Wolfpack. Funny story, there was a couple of them I saw, but as I was walking back to my car after game day, there was a guy standing on the street in downtown, and he had a cigar lit up, and he was yelling, smoking that Wolfpack. He was definitely wasted. But yeah, he was standing there. He was standing there smoking that. I'm trying to see if any of my buddy's signs got up there, because at one point, somebody did come by and take pictures of it for ESPN, but I don't know what that was for.
Yeah, as we're looking at, that's going to be targeting on Navy.
Navy, they're getting called with targeting?
I would assume so, just based on what I'm seeing. I just see the Navy players, go right into the Air Force players.
Yeah, well, that's definitely not good for them, already down.
It was really kind of the bottom, not really the bottom of the helmet, but right where it opens up to the face mask. It was right above there. So I'm guessing they'll call that helmet-to-helmet contact.
Yeah, so he'll be gone.
I think so. They're currently reviewing it.
Flag here on Kentucky. For
The call.
Kentucky Ole Miss. I think it'll be pass interference on Ole Miss.
They're actually looking at the Ole Miss, or not the Ole Miss, the Air Force player.
Kentucky was an eligible downfield receiver.
Alec Mock, number 40. Is who they're looking at here.
Harry Butt says, y'all ready for Clemson to blow them out? I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a close game no matter who wins. I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be a very competitive game. Trying to look. But yeah, it was a great atmosphere at game day. Definitely a good experience.
The next time I'll be at game, like the only time I'll probably ever be at game day is if it's Army Navy in Philly.
Yeah. So they give Kentucky the catch and the fumble out of bounds that is going to put them. Oh yeah, he definitely. Yeah, he caught that. And then Ole Miss knocked it, but it goes out of bounds. He caught it, secured it, turned upfield. He'll be 3 or 4 yards short of the first down.
I just sent you something in the private chat.
Okay, but they are in field goal range. They are in field goal range, but they're going to go for it on 4th and 3 from the 33. And, okay, maybe not. They lined up on offense, but they're going to take it to the end of the third quarter. So we head to the fourth quarter. Ole Miss up 22-19 on Kentucky. Kentucky in field goal range. Got a 4th and 3 coming up when we get back. We'll see if they decide to go for it or not. I'm going to be right back up.
Same.
You can talk or you can go on mute. If not, we'll be back whenever the game's back on.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm back. We'll be joined by Sorgy Stories whenever he's ready to come back on. I just had to stop and go get me something to eat because I've been at game day. I hadn't had any lunch or anything. So, yeah, I had to make me a little something to eat. I didn't want to miss the game coming back on. So, next commercial break, I'll also go make a sandwich real quick. But, yeah. But we got a good game, 22-19. Be interesting to see what Kentucky does here with their 4th and 3 up. So we'll see what they do.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
Navy with 1st and goal.
Navy has it 1st and goal?
Yup. 11:54 left in the game at the 6.
Minnesota has tied Purdue with 3 minutes to go. While they were away, they're reviewing to see if the pass was complete or not.
Little QB run for a yard. Right when we went on mute, Navy had a beautiful, just deep pass caught inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We got a couple people in here. Make sure you guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We put out a lot of college football content. Ruling on the field today and it's pass complete. But also make sure you check out Sorgy Stories. Help them get 4,000 watch hours to be able to monetize. And check out Chicago Sports Network as well. Help me and him reach 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah.
If you have the links, you can put them in the chat for all 3 of us.
Yeah, I can.
You wouldn't need to put my link in, but you can put the other 2 in there.
Let me do that quick.
On 4th and 3, Ole Miss stands tall and stops them. Kentucky doesn't get the 4th and 3, and Ole Miss will take over about their own 33-yard line. They had the running back open right at the 1st down marker, but the safety read it and knocks it free.
Oh, man. All right, let me get this. Let's go there, and then...
But yeah, like I said, make sure you guys subscribe to all 3 of us.
Yeah.
Help us hit those monetization marks. And yeah, we appreciate all the support you guys give us. Also hit that like button. That helps promote the video more. And will help get more people out. And bobble snap there, and Dart just has to fall on it. They're going to lose about 4 yards, more than that, about 6 yards.
So I'm looking here. We need exactly 1,000 more watch hours.
Got you. Well, you guys,
I would probably say by the end of the year, preferably, because we have a whole bunch of watch hours in January. So that, hopefully whenever we get back to posting videos, we can get that. I know my link. I need to grab CSNs.
Yeah, yours is easy. Just youtube.com/Sorgy Stories.
Exactly. Okay, let me find your live stream and then.
Looks like we're doing solid so far. 36 views. Not bad. I have noticed with these streams, they usually don't do too well when you start in the middle of the game, because a lot of people, have already found their streams. But we're doing pretty good to start at halftime.
All right, there is our link. As Navy scores, so we got a tie game in Colorado Springs.
Nice. Oh, yeah, definitely. This is a very close game as Ole Miss got the 1st down on 3rd and 15. And on the 1st down run, they get, I think, about 3 yards. And the Nationals are helping out the Phillies. Are helping out the Brewers. They're up 6-1, top of the 3rd.
Appreciate it.
Second 8 for Ole Miss, and they're going to complete the pass all the way down to about the 33-yard line of Kentucky.
I'm going to quickly grab the. No, I already have CSN link.
From Jackson Dart with pressure in his face.
I'm trying to get your podcast and website links.
Okay, I'll see if I can put those in.
I think I got them. I think I got it.
Okay.
I looked up Stat Sheet Sports instead of Stat Sheet Sports to YouTube, so I just need to stick that in, and then my computer's moving real slow today. Stat Sheet. There, let me go straight to the YouTube link.
Which if you go to YouTube, my homepage, if you need the links, they're like on my links.
That's what I'm doing.
On my YouTube.
I'm grabbing those right now.
Should have the website and the podcast up there.
Yeah, one time I was trying to get in the links, and I had to undownload the Spotify app on my computer because every time I would try to click on the link to get the show, it would go immediately to the app, which was not helpful.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Website.
So first and goal for Ole Miss. Run it down to about the 4.
So for anyone new, there's the website and let me get it. The podcast.
And the 4, they're running again, and they're going to be hitting the backfield back to the 8.
Let's see. Okay, I was trying to see if anyone uploaded anything new, and it lived. What do you say the Phil Snap score is?
What's that? What'd you say?
I said, what did you say the Phillies' national score is?
6-1 Nationals.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. 6-1 Nats, top of the 3rd.
There's some sort of delay here.
And Ole Miss is going to have it 4th and goal.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, cool. So we're good.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this link, and I'm going to unjoin and rejoin.
Okay.
And then hopefully it'll work.
But, yeah, Ole Miss has it 4th and goal from about the 4.5-yard line, and they're going to go for it. Fake the handoff. Dart throws it, batted down, incomplete. So Kentucky holds, and the lead for Ole Miss will stay at 3 with 10:14 to go, and Kentucky will take over about the 4.5-yard line for Ole Miss. Great stand there by Kentucky once they had their backs against the wall to come up big. Now we go back to the Aaron Judge. Trying to hit 62 home runs. But Kentucky with the ball at the 5-yard line. Handoff to Chris Rodriguez, and he's going to break a couple tackles. Well, I say a couple, break multiple tackles up to the 23-yard line. So, big run there for Kentucky to get them out of their own end zone and, can really start moving the ball and get a good drive going as they're up to about the 22.5-yard line here.
Yeah, Air Force is driving down the field with 9:30 left. Air Force 3-1, Navy 1-2. man, this is
Kentucky handing it off again, but they're gonna just get back to the line of scrimmage on that first down run.
You'd probably think you'd think I'd be in my gear today, but I'm in my Sunday best because, like, I don't know, 30 minutes we're headed to church. We got stuff on tomorrow morning, so we have to go tonight.
I got you.
And yeah, that's why it took so long. I'm like, let me go ahead and change, and then so then I can just leave the stream and go right to the car. So, a little 3rd and 1 for Air Force. And they are going to be called. They got it, first down at about midfield.
2nd and 10 for Kentucky. They take a shot, but the receiver can't haul it in. It was a good pass, but wasn't the best pass, and Judge strikes out.
Oh, man. I can't imagine all the pressure on Aaron Judge.
Yeah, no.
Right now.
Yeah, it's crazy for sure. But, 3rd and 10 here for Kentucky from their own 22-yard line.
Air Force actually throws it for once and gets a first down.
Will Levis had to call timeout there. Very frustrated about that. But Kentucky has to use their first timeout of the game. And they're going to go to commercial break. I'm going to be right back up in 1 second.
Alrighty. And I am going to continue to give you the scores here as I've been doing throughout the afternoon. Air Force with the 1st and 10, and they'll run for 9 yards. For anyone who's just joining, Dylan Gabriel is out of the game after taking a hard hit to, I guess to the head. So he was out. I don't know if he's back yet. But looking at our college football scores for the day, let's get this loaded. If you haven't yet, leave a comment. I put in the links. The first one is my channel, Sorgy Stories. Second one is Chicago Sports Network, our buddy who does a lot of streams with us. Then the website here for Stat Sheet Sports and College Football Roundup with Stat Sheet Sports and Chicago Sports Network. So top 25 scores, we've got Michigan up on Iowa 20-7 in the 4th. We have, as you can see on the screen, Ole Miss beating Kentucky 22-19. TCU up on Oklahoma in the 3rd, 48-17. 10-10 in the 4th, Purdue, Minnesota. Texas Tech, Kansas State. Kansas State up 7-20 to be exact in the 4th. And at the end of the 1st, Utah up on Oregon State 14-7. Non-top 25 games we're looking at today, currently going on, is in about less than an hour we'll have the 3:30 kickoffs. As Air Force driving down the field, 5:40 left. Okay, let me load this up. Trying to get all the other scores from the FBS through here. Almost got it. ESPN being real slow today. Waiting. Almost have it. And come on, ESPN. Inching closer to being fully loaded for me. I don't know what's taking so long. Maybe it's the rain. that's not happening. I don't know.
All right, I'm back. Got a big
I'm trying to
here.
get the rest of the. I'm trying to get all the non-top 25 scores right now, and it's just
Levis, 3rd and 10, in and out of the hands, but I think they're going to get Ole Miss for pass interference there.
ESPN is just not being kind to me right now. Trying to get all the FBS scores through here. Okay, I've got it. Illinois up on Wisconsin 34-10 in the 4th. So it sucks to be a Badger fan like I am right now. Georgia State.
They're going to get Ole Miss with a hold, so first down for Kentucky. Georgia
State up on Army 24-14 late in the 4th. Louisville beating Boston College at the end of the 3rd, 33-28. The game I'm watching, Navy Army 5:57 in the 4th, 10-10.
Navy Air Force.
What?
Navy Air Force.
Yeah.
And you said Navy Army. I was making sure everybody knew this wasn't December.
Oh, I said Navy Army?
Yeah.
I can't think. Memphis beats Temple 10-3. James Madison beating Texas State in the 2nd quarter. They're up 12-0. James Madison could be 4-0 after this win if they can move on. UMass beating Eastern Michigan, Northern Illinois up on Ball State, and East Carolina up on South Florida. That rounds out the current games going on.
Second and 4 for Kentucky. They run a screen pass and get it up to the Ole Miss 45-yard line.
Oh, and also for people who haven't heard, I think we're having a college football game tomorrow. Is that right?
Yes. Florida and Eastern Washington. And then there will also be a game from this week played on Wednesday between SMU UCF.
Okay. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting.
I don't know how they're going to play on Wednesday and then bounce right back and play Saturday.
Yeah, that's some NFL stuff with the Tuesdays, Sundays, except you're taking off 2 days from that. So 4th and 3 for Air Force. 4:36 left. They're gonna try to get this field goal. To give them the lead. The kick. Really short field goal. I mean, he's kicking from the 12. Hold on.
About a 5-yard gain there for Kentucky. Make it 3rd and they're going to give them 4, so 3rd and 6 here. Big third down for Kentucky with 6 minutes left.
Air Force got the field goal with like 4:15 left, so they're up 13-10. Navy will have the ball.
Okay. Under 6 minutes here. 22-19 to score. Kentucky needing 5 yards for a first down. They're not in field goal range. They're going to get the first down to about the 27-yard line.
Yeah. So I don't know who's watching right now, but go ahead and leave a comment if you haven't yet. Let us know if you got a dog in this fight, who you're cheering for. If you don't, what game are you excited for the rest of the day or tomorrow for the NFL or for college football tomorrow if you're a Florida fan or whoever they're playing. I have no idea. Right, Florida's the one playing tomorrow.
And I believe Ole Miss jumped. No, they're going to call a false start on Kentucky. On the center, so that'll bump them back to the 32, bring up 1st and 15.
So Florida is going to be playing Eastern Washington
Florida
tomorrow.
faces Eastern.
As you could just hear Siri saying.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
I didn't think Siri was going to say anything until like 10 seconds later.
that'd be nice to have a little football action on college football on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be watching the NFL probably, but
I probably will too.
it's on ESPN Plus.
Kentucky barely gets the snap off, and they're going to lose a yard on that first down run.
Which I'm surprised they're not putting that on, like, I don't know, ESPN or ESPN2.
Yeah, they can't have anything better to play on a Sunday on
Like
ESPN.
what? Like axe throwing?
Yeah.
Cornhole tournaments? Bowling? I don't know. Unless you've got, like, maybe I have no idea, to be honest. Can't think of what you would be putting on over a college football game with an SEC team in it.
Yeah.
Unless it's NBA preseason.
Yeah, maybe.
Or NHL, but I don't think they'd be putting that on either.
On 2nd and 16, Kentucky gets a 14-yard gain to bring up 3rd and 2 just inside the 20 at about the 19.5.
Delay a game on the offense. The play clock was just winding down, and they didn't do anything about it.
Man.
So if Kansas wins, what do you think about that if they'll win today and stay undefeated?
I don't know. They haven't really played anybody tough. Technically, I think they have a ranked win. As Levis fumbled the ball and Ole Miss picked it up, but I'm pretty sure he was down. We'll see if they review this. I thought the ball came out whenever he hit his shoulder on the ground.
I mean, they have Iowa State in Ames today, which is never easy.
No.
So 2nd and 15 now for Navy with 4:11 left.
Oh, yeah, Levis definitely fumbled that ball. I'm surprised they didn't get the Ole Miss guy for targeting. Because that could have definitely changed it if they were to have gotten him for targeting.
Yeah.
But with 2:55 to go and Ole Miss taking over, it looks like Ole Miss is probably going to win this game.
The Air Force Academy members are rocking right now in the student section.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Student sections. They have like 4 of them.
Pretty much everybody there is all students.
Yeah, you just see like literally half of one side of the stadium is all students. 3rd and 15 broken up and no PI called. So Navy's going to have to punt the football. And it looks like Air Force is going to win this game. A beautiful throw on the money. The defender just pushed the wide receiver. Clean football move now that I look. Really, he just kind of grabbed on.
Just kind of nudged him a little bit.
Yeah, but he almost bear hugged him like after the ball came, and I guess the force of the Air Force guy just going there made him not be able to stay on with the ball. I don't know.
Yeah, I got you.
Keep on with the ball. That's what I meant. I can't think. So 3:49 left, and Air Force has the ball now after the punt.
Oh, look at that! Iowa scored a touchdown on Michigan.
Again?
No, it was. I just now saw that they scored one.
Okay, yeah, I had seen that they had scored it earlier. I just saw the score on the scores when I was updating it. As Air Force just went for 20-plus yards on a run.
Who did?
Air Force.
Oh, wow. That definitely seals the deal on that one then.
Yeah, I mean, there's still time. They're not at the 2-minute warning but he just plowed through the defenders.
How much time do they have in that one?
Like 4 minutes.
So some time for Navy, but
3:20 now. Actually, that took a lot of time off.
Navy still has a little bit of time. But yeah, I think Air Force has won that game.
Yeah. They get
something crazy if Navy ended up winning.
So you gotta get 2 yards. As I think this is a good time. So number one, quickly remind everyone to go follow the College Football Roundup podcast and check out Stat Sheet Sports on Wix site. And last but not least, just a friendly reminder that Marquette football has been undefeated since 1960.
Yeah, definitely make sure you guys check out that podcast that me and Chicago Sports Network do. We go week by week, every single week. Well, we try and do every single week. We don't always quite get every week, but we try our best to. And we take 20 of we pick out the 20 best games that we think for this upcoming week. We have our big 3 games, which are the 3 biggest matchups that we go in depth about more than we really do the other ones. And for this game, me and him both picked Kentucky. We did disagree on a bunch. I took Baylor. He took Oklahoma State. I took Michigan. He took Iowa. We both took Oklahoma. That was a bad pick.
Yeah.
But I took Wake Forest. He took Florida State. I made a bad pick. I took Wisconsin. He took Illinois.
The Illinois pick, I think, was a little biased at the time, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I took Iowa State. He took Kansas. I took SMU. He took UCF. That one's the one being played on Wednesday. I took Virginia. He took Duke. I took Alabama. He took Arkansas. And I took Clemson. He took NC State.
So 301, 2nd and 7. Air Force 3 timeouts. Navy with none. Hold on.
Purdue, Minnesota looks like it's a good game too. 10-10 with 10 minutes to go in that one. That's a pretty good battle there. Neither team really moving the ball much offensively. So we got 2:50 left in this one. Kentucky calls their second timeout, so they have 1 timeout left. 2:50 to go.
Some dude was calling me from Energy Advocates here in PA, so I acted like I was an old grandma that lived in a condo.
Oh. But yes, this is going to be a tough battle for Kentucky. Ole Miss at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 11. Kentucky can stop the clock one more time. So you're looking at probably 3-4 seconds off this clock, off this down. They stop. You're looking about, we'll say 2:45. And then after they run the next play, it's probably going to be 50 seconds when you count them running the ball all the way down. And, yeah, I called it perfectly, 2:45. Kentucky calls that timeout. And so you're going to have probably about 5 seconds on a play. And then you're going to I would imagine Ole Miss lets the 40 seconds run all the way down before they call the timeout. And then, so, I mean, you're looking at Kentucky being left with about a minute 50, minute 55, probably 2 minutes at best. with no timeout. So it'll be a struggle for them, but we'll see if they can get some offensive magic going and see if they can come back and tie this game up. They just need a field goal to tie it up or see if they can win it with a touchdown.
Yeah.
What's going on over there with Navy and Air Force?
1st and 10, 1:30 left. And they're going to kneel the game out to finish it here. They're just going to keep the clock running since the Navy doesn't have any timeouts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Ole Miss will do here.
Have Air Force and Army played yet?
I don't think so.
Okay. So this is the first game that would go for the Commander's Cup?
Think so.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna run it.
November 5th.
Take the delay of game, which will stop the clock.
Air Force and Army will play on November 5th.
Okay, timeout. That's actually a timeout from Air Force. So flag, I don't know if they got the timeout off before the flag of delay of game. There's flag on something.
Definitely wouldn't be good. Is the Phillies dropped 3 in the top of the 4th is 6-4 now.
Oh man, I need y'all to hold on.
I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't count on it.
I mean, it'll be. Are they gonna? What does the weather look like in Washington tonight? Is there gonna be more rain?
I'm not sure. I don't really know.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I give up on the Nationals this season. I gave up on them back in May.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on air.
I really wasn't even confident in them at the start of the season, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm glad I live in Braves country. I at least have some team to cheer for.
Yeah. Let's see. And there was a little baby who I guess was like a newborn baby was taking. There's a video on Bleacher Report of a little kid being part of Iowa's tradition to wave to the hospital.
Man.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out later. So they're just gonna kneel this out here. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Some confusion on the Air Force side. So they didn't know they had to line up. They'll kneel it out. And 3, 2, 1, 0. The Falcons win. And now that game is over, I'm going to head out. So,
sounds good, man. I appreciate you joining in.
No problem.
As Ole Miss is going to snap the ball instead of they let it run down to 1 second. So, but Kentucky's going to get 1:49 to go. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping in.
Yeah, I'll hopefully talk to you tomorrow. And to everyone in the chat. And to your host at Seed Sports. See y'all later. Marquette football undefeated since 1960.
All right, so we are here now. We got Kentucky gonna take over. I believe they're on 30. Maybe they're on 25 as the Ole Miss players down, but they're gonna have 1:49, no timeouts to go. Trying to win this one. They just need a field goal to tie it. Touchdown would win it, most likely. So we'll see what Will Levis and the offense has in store. As they were looking pretty good earlier on their last drive until Levis fumbled at about the Ole Miss 20. Shit, that wasn't good, but hopefully he'll hold on to the ball this time and then go down the field and punch it in for 6, at least get a field goal and send it to overtime because I'm cheering for Kentucky to win this one. Okay, so they're going to take over at their own 34. So they have 66 yards to go for a touchdown, a minute 49, no timeouts. Dropping back to throw, first down. Going to take a deep shot. And just off the fingertips of his receiver. Man, if he connects on that one, that is huge. That would have been huge to connect on that. I mean, just barely out in front of him. But that's still one that, I mean, at this point in the game, win this game, you got to make plays like that. And that's one the receiver should have caught. But was just a hair too far out of his reach, off his fingertips. So 2nd and 10, and they're going to throw a little swing route to the running back, Rodriguez. He's not going to get out of bounds, but he does get up to the 42, bring up 3rd and 2, minute and a half and counting. Kentucky slow to get to the line as a Kentucky offensive lineman is injured, and he's just going to fall down. Looks like his hamstring. 77, I believe that's their left tackle. So a minute 24 here, and we'll see if Kentucky's able to get something going. Look like a cramp. Yeah, his hamstring is cramped up pretty bad. Hopefully he'll be all right and able to return this drive. Yeah, as they showed on the TV now, special teams today for Kentucky has been terrible. Special teams for Kentucky against Florida was terrible as well. I mean, they missed 5 easy points. They missed a 39-yard field goal, and they had 2 PATs. They missed 2 PATs, one blocked and one because of a bad snap. But they come up 3rd and 2 now with a minute 24 to go, no timeouts from the 42-yard line. Little screen pass. They get the first down. And more up past midfield to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, cuts it back in and gets all the way down to the 6-yard line of Ole Miss. A huge gain there from Kentucky on 3rd and 2. They run a little screen pass, breaks one tackle, and then he's off to the races. And at the 7, a little goal line fade. Touchdown, Kentucky. Touchdown, Kentucky, but there is a flag down. But they're going to get Kentucky with a false start. Illegal motion, yeah, Kentucky wasn't set. Mark Stoops getting onto his quarterback there for snapping the ball when his guys weren't ready. Good pass, good catch, but legal formation is going to move him back to the 12-yard line. 58 seconds left. 1st and goal here from the 12. Isn't the worst thing in the world. You know, you get a little bit more space to work here. Levis stripped And it's over. He got strip sacked. He went to throw. The ball gets knocked out of his hand, and Ole Miss recovers it. Game over. So Kentucky, 2 crucial turnovers on their last two drives, giving up points, and they're going to drop their first game of the season. They're ranked number 7 coming into this one. Ole Miss ranked number 14. Ole Miss going to move to 5-0. Kentucky going to move to 4-1. Levis obviously mad. His offensive line not giving him any time at all on that play. Had the route open for the goal line fade, but just didn't have quite enough time to get the pass off. Ole Miss just barely got their hand on the football. That's unfortunate for Kentucky, but they really hurt themselves in this game, leaving a bunch of points on the board. But that wraps up today's stream. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you'll like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.